up, everybody? It's me, Normal 40. I'm here on YouTube today because I want to talk to you about my new album, Worldwide Window, that just came out. And I just wanted to be genuine with y'all. And to be honest, I've been wanting to get back into making YouTube videos. The funny thing is that YouTube is probably my number one form of consumed social media. I just eat that YouTube up. I love it. Whatever that algorithm is feeding me. I like watching things about history, sports, number one, learning about music, all those sorts of things. And I think a lot of times when it comes to making YouTube videos, I get a little bit self-conscious about it. I don't know about y'all, like for putting myself out there, I get self-conscious and it makes me not create as much as I could. When I think that probably what I should use this channel for is just to be genuine and just to connect with y'all, whoever you are listening to this on a genuine level. And then in turn, it's kind of a genuine conversation with myself. You know, I'm just on here off the cuff and I'm just talking to y'all here with Roslyn. So I just made this album, Worldwide Window. It's 16 songs. And I wanted to talk to you about the process of creating it. And I also wanted to talk to you about the process of promoting it. And y'all might have some ideas. So feel free to comment below, subscribe, like this video if you like it. Your support really means the world to me. So it's 16 songs. As far as the strategy, the way that I go about making music, I'll use a DJ wheel. You can just type in DJ wheel into Google and it'll give you different keys that flow well into each other. So I will use that DJ wheel as my guide. And I personally have the goal of myself that no matter what I'm doing, I try to make one song a day. Now, there might be some variety and flexibility with what it means for me to actually, like, I might not actually complete a song. Like, for my latest album, I have one song called Riding My Bike. And to be honest, I rode my bike 108 miles that day because I had gone up to the San Juan Islands from Seattle. I damn near stressed my girlfriend out so much, but I made it back to Seattle, and I was like, I gotta make a song. I've been biking since like 6 in the morning. I was like, I gotta make a song. So I played the piano for that song, and then I just went to sleep. I was so gosh darn tired, but you know what, that piano really connects to that feeling of biking so much. And I have the goal that at least I make one, like ideally I would complete a whole song a day, but even if I just make music once a day, that's my ultimate goal. I just want to make music every day. And if you're someone you're a younger artist, you're someone who struggles musically, you know, you don't know what your direction is, you don't know what you're doing, that's my biggest piece of advice, is just to just try to create every day. For me, I'm sort of mechanical by it, like I don't really go into making music thinking, oh, I want to make a song that sounds like this, or, you know, something that, you know, like a lot of people will have an idea, I want to make a song that sounds like this person. A lot of times I'll just go into making a song and I'll have a key, and then generally I try to make songs planned on the songs I've made previously, and I try to make them within 4 BPM of each other, you know, like if it's a song that's 120 BPM, I want to make the next song, you know, 118, 117, 116, because generally whenever I'm transitioning between songs, that's what sounds really, really good, you know? So this song, I just went through and I made songs like that, and it was a pretty long process, you know, because I've had this goal of making songs one a day for a really long time, but the thing that I didn't have in the past was I wasn't as organized with the keys. I was just making songs, and I would, whenever you're saving your songs, always have the beats per minute and always have the key that they're in. Now here's a mistake that I made. When I first started making music, I would just name my songs like silly little names, you know, like Heart Diddley or whatever came to my mind. But the issue was that then I just had like all of these songs that are sitting there, and I'm like, I don't know what the heck is going on with these songs or what these names mean. So then what I did is I transferred over, and then I started naming them purely based on tempo and key. But then you know what the problem with that was, is that I have all of these songs now, the tempo and the key, that's better, but I don't have a personal connection with those. So what I realized was I started naming all my songs. The first thing is the tempo. The second thing is the key. The third thing is a heartfelt emotion that I feel from that song. I give that song a name and I put it in the world. And then the next thing I do is I name on the date. And then what I've been doing for making albums is I'll have an album name and I'll say what number song it is in the album. So, you know, I'm working smarter, not harder, and it's all about me being organized to promote an album. So the second thing I'll talk about, this is related to this, is that I've been making these albums, the one I'm making right now and the one that I just produced, Worldwide Window, I made it on my MPC Live. Now, I am one of those people that I have gear acquisition syndrome. I got a lot of pieces of gear, right? And I love my gear. I love my Octatrack. I love all my synthesizers. I love my drum machines. They are so beautiful. And it's not like I'm never going to use those things again. But recently, I have my MPC Live 2, and it's really portable. It has a lithium-ion battery in it. Big shout out to Patchworks. That's where I bought that from. But that piece of device is amazing. The reason why it's amazing is that it's an all-in-one production tool, and it has soft synths within it, so I don't have to attach it to my computer. It basically has a computer within it, and I can attach it to my computer if I want, and I can attach it to all my other pieces of gear if I want. But it's actually really nice that I can just sit there and just, you know, make music on this one device, which I honestly, I absolutely love. Gotta try to keep it down. I don't want to be too loud for my neighbors. I don't know if I'm getting excited about the gear. I might be talking too loud. So I try to be really mindful of my own process in my own mind, that if things are too cluttered, it makes it really difficult for me to produce. It really makes it difficult for me to complete projects, you know? Like, if you're a musician, you might be dealing with that where like you're like, dang, I have all of this gear and stuff, and why isn't this wire working? Why isn't this connecting? So I've just been messing with the MPC Live 2. There will come a point where I'll probably seek out different types of challenges and we'll hook up my synthesizers into it and produce music differently. But for right now, that's been a really cool way to produce music. Now, something that I realized from an issue I had with my last album that I've been working through for my new album is that I created a template. Because basically what I do is I produce these tracks in the MPC Live all beginning to end. But when I want to master it, all right, Roslyn, what are you doing? So whenever I want to master it, I send all the stems, the individual tracks out into my DAW of choice, which is Reaper. Now, Reaper is a really beautiful DAW. It's free. It's like free for 60 days or whatever, but if you don't pay, they're not gonna like take it away from you. But I suggest you do pay. I paid Reaper because I made music on that for years and I'm just so grateful for it. But I send everything from my MPC, each individual track, and then I mix it and master it in Reaper DAW, which is crazy. I learned a lot mixing and mastering those 16 songs. The biggest thing that I realized is that in the process of producing the album Worldwide Window is that I produced songs different ways and the tracks were in different orders, but a lot of my time was spent reorganizing those tracks in Reaper DAW because I have a way that I like to go about mixing. Like, I want to have the bass on the first track, I want to have the kick on the second track, and then the rest of the drums. That's just the way that I like to mix. Whereas creatively, I like to, you know, you make songs on different tracks, but what I did is I created a template on my MPC Live to where all those tracks are all in order the way that I'm gonna like them in Reaper, but whatever I'm producing creatively, it's fine if the template, I can start on track, 14 and then move around. But Worldwide Window, that was part of the production, and that was a definite big learning experience. Okay, so as far as the album, if you have any questions about the album, if you listen to the album, it's out on all platforms. I'm gonna try to, this actually leads me to my next subject. I've talked about the creation of the album, but the next thing I'm gonna talk about is actual album promotion. And this is big. If you guys have any ideas, I'm trying to build my community and connect to my community. I know that's such a big part of music. and I know that you know, y'all are an integral part of my music, is connecting with one another. Rosalind knows that too. That's why she's looking directly at y'all right now. But so when it comes to me trying to promote my album, you know, for some reason, Instagram has been my #1 social media platform that I've been most active on. You know, there's issues with a lot of different platforms. I will say TikTok seems to be where it's at for a lot of people. I'm not gonna lie, I have had major issues with TikTok, and I'm trying to get better, and that y'all's advice might help. For me personally, I've had the issue that I've posted songs that I've made, there was no samples, and then TikTok will just take it down and say there was copyright infringement. And that's kind of freaky because I'm like, I played all those, there were no samples. Like I played all those melodies and stuff. And it's happened like 5 or 6 times, which is really frustrating. This leads me to my other subject, which is that I have my website, normalcorey.com. You can check things out on there. But I use Shopify personally. I know you gotta pay every month, but I really love the way that Shopify is integrated with particularly Instagram, in that I can sell pieces of merch that I make. Like this album I made, I have art for every song, and I'm going through the process of making merch for every art for every song. And so then every day I try to make a post selling an article of clothing, you know, a piece of merch with that artwork on it. And it's really cool that I can sell that directly from Instagram. I really like that, that's really smooth. But I tried to hook up TikTok to my Shopify, but that hasn't been working very good because they made me do a business account. And so I'm not allowed to use the music that I've made because it gives you like weird business, like music, like limited. So, you know, to be honest, I've been a little bit frustrated by that, but I do want to get into TikTok. If you guys have any advice for TikTok, any help, I would really love that. Feel free to comment that below. You know, I haven't been very active on Facebook, but I love Facebook. Like I love that my family's on there and like older people are on there. And I also like the way that as someone who's trying to sell stuff, it's like very direct, whereas I think Instagram tried to make it harder, which is to sell things, which I think is also why people like Instagram so much, but Instagram seems to be going that way. So I use a thing called DistroKid, and it promotes my music on every platform. I think you pay like $20 a year. It's actually a really good service. I'd highly suggest that if you're a younger artist and you want to promote albums. So my album's out on all platforms. It's really cool, and it puts it on TikTok, and it puts it on Instagram, to where if you want to make a reels with any of my music, Worldwide Window, just look it up and you can make your videos of that. I would love that. I think that's super cool if you want to use my music like that. But that leads to this YouTube right here. You know, I think it'll be cool because I have a blog on my website, normalcorey.com, and I want to include videos like this, kind of make it a vlog per se, and try to put these YouTube videos that I'm posting. I don't know if I could do a YouTube video like this every day, but it's just 15 minutes of my time just checking in with y'all and being genuine. I think I can do that. And outside of that, I want to do more like songs from this album. Like if you listen to it and you comment below a song that you think is cool, I can try to make a music video to that. I can just do every song, you know, just like with the artwork that I put in there. And I really want to try to integrate my products that I have from Shopify onto YouTube, because I've seen people do that too. And that's another cool thing, is that apparently I should be able to post 3 products on Spotify from my Shopify store. Spotify, Shopify, those words are really similar, kind of get tongue-tied with it. I should be able to post 3 products from my Shopify on my Spotify directly, which I think could be really powerful, especially if people start really listening to the album and checking it out. That directly I think can be really good. But yeah, now I'm gonna just kind of talk about different ideas and tell me ideas that you like. I think a good idea that would be to just go through and make a video that's all about drop shipping for musicians. Because as a musician, you know, like I've got like just about 800 followers on Instagram, but I'm really so genuinely grateful for that, because when I started drop shipping, I probably had about 600, but I've sold like 30 shirts. And I'll have friends that'll be like, hey, I saw somebody walking down the Ave with a Normal Corey shirt. So I'm really grateful for that. And if you're someone who's a younger artist, I would highly suggest trying to do drop shipping, because basically what that means is that when someone buys your product, it then gets printed then, so there's no upfront cost. So you kind of have nothing to lose. And I think as someone who's an artist, if people really genuinely like your work, for them to have a physical thing to show, like to connect with, really, really means a lot. All right, Rosalind, I think Rosalind's done, so it's time to finish up this video. I'm grateful so much for y'all listening. Stay tuned, you know I got way more videos headed your way soon. Thank y'all. Say thank you, Rosalind.